Hello and welcome back to the UMR International intro music. Still too quiet. I have to turn your volume up a little bit then. Everything should be totally fine. Don't know what you're talking about. Race 15. Here we are. We're at USA. Moo currently leading going into this. Shady in second. Boer in third. But it is still all close. And anyone can still get into that prize pool. It's going to take a bit more work for some than others, but we'll see how these last four races go. So over to the track. So here we are. We've seen this one before. There's been some changes, but this is Marble GP USA. So we'll get everyone into their starting positions. We've had the name correction for Weep's favourite marble. And on the front row we have Fluids, Eggbot, Cheese and Moo. On the back row we have Weep, Azure, Superboss and B. And let's do the predictions. So start prediction, 2 minutes to get those in, and then we'll take a look around the track. Notice the background music's not getting picked up for some reason. Thank you for that, ABS. I like it when you just decide to stop picking up something that you've never had an issue with before. There we go. British spelling as well. Yeah, we'd love to see it. So we start out with a sharp turn, opens up a bit, and then we drop down onto the Route 66. Lots of traffic to avoid here. And weave between, try not to get held up. And then heading up to a massive ladder. This is a ladder that has stayed. Then down straight into another sharp turn. We've got an S-bend going through this desert area, dropping down into the water, up a elevator there, and then into the pinball part. Bounced around here. Perfect opportunity to lose a lot of time. Up another elevator, and then weaving around into the rocky rocks. Way too many ladders. Yeah, you're gonna have some trouble here. Your rivals are here in full swing. A lot of sharp turns there, then weaving around yet another one. Another ladder entry into a elevator, going around the rooftops, some sharp bends. So a good mix of straights and sharp corners here. And back down to the start finish. So predictions are just about coming to an end. So let's get the lights counting down. And they are off. Lights are green towards the first corner. And Fluids is going to come out at the front. I'm trying to make an early breakaway from the pack, followed by Pesky Bird and Moo. Iceman looking to go around the outside, just squeezes that gap. Alfonso with a great line there is also going to cut in and fill that space. Now out onto the road. See what happens here. It is quite bumpy. Navigating through the traffic here. Having to go in between, following the white lines. Pesky Bird with the better line there goes up into first. Fluids bouncing from wall to wall. But Pesky Bird getting held up slightly by that vehicle. Goes for the block on Fluids. Not quite enough. Fluids has a little bit more speed. And a hit there for Pesky Bird. Moo's going to come through, move up into second. Yeah, this road definitely needs some resurfacing. Moo gets hired into by Shady and Iceman there. Cheese is going to sneak through as well. These roads are almost as bad as British roads. Notorious for bumps and potholes or surfaces. Onto the ladder, Shady is leading, Fluids in second, Cheese and Moo tied for third. Weep having some difficulties at the ladder. Is Boer going to get on? Boer does make it on, but a bad start for Boer. Yeah, can't blame the ladders for that one. So off the ladder into the hairpin. Fluid stripe and inside lines could be slower exit speed. Has inside on the next corner as well though, but Shady's going to take that back. Bit of contact, slowing them both down. But Fluid with a bit more speed on that exit as Shady's running slow. And Fluids will take the lead. Shady's got more speed though. So quite the battle going on by the top two here. And up to the next ladder entry. Shady is on, Fluids is on behind. Cheese a bit slow through the water. Moo's going to get on the ladder in front. Azur's going to be joining Cheese. And into the pinball section. See what happens here. Now some people may say it's all about luck. I'm sure others will argue it's all about skill as Moo comes out in front. Fluid's managing to get in front of Cheese on the ladder. Cheese in third, Azur in fourth, Jimmy in fifth. And further back, Wurt and B both struggling. Bushfinders, but Balls of Steel always having some issues back here. Getting mixed up there with another name. For those, it's a good time to actually do that as a bit of a promo. For those who don't know, check out the Bushfinders on TikTok if you have it. That is a group that I actually manage and edit for with a group of friends. All IRL stuff. Just accidental plug there. Been doing a few bits of content with them recently, so clearly got it on the mind. But back to the race. Cheese makes a lunge in front of Moo. Going up into second. Azur in fourth, Jimmy in fifth, Eggbot in sixth, Superboss seventh, Peskybird eighth, Stalker ninth, and Weep managing to make their way up to 10th. And we're having some trouble on this track. Maybe it's all mind games, seeing all the ladders before the start. Causing some mind games with Bwer. Will be running slow and the exit shade is going to come through. Also get past Iceman. Good speed by Shady. Can't get past Demon though. Demon is going to play defensive. Alfonso looking to sneak through the inside. Makes it work. And going on to the next lap. Shady going to try and sneak around the outside of Weep. And Snorker. Just boycotting because of the ladders. A protest. A protest when you're in such a crucial position in the standings. Not sure if that's a wise move. And going back onto the road, Fluids has quite the lead right now. A good gap back to Moo in second. Azur has a good line through there. We'll get past Cheese. Move up into third. Another good line for Azur. Can't quite get past Moo yet. Fluids doesn't get a great line going into the corner. There's a chance for those behind to catch up a bit. Moo running wide around the bend. Going to drop a couple of positions. Eggbot just lurking behind, waiting for the perfect opportunity. Collision there with Cheese. Does make it past Moo. So a lot of places being traded around in this battle for second. Good ladder snipe there by Weep. And where is Bwer? Up there, stuck under the camera. So going towards the hairpin, Fluids leading, Azure in second, Eggbot in third, Cheese in a close fourth, and Moo in fifth. All Super Boss going for the lunge up the inside of Shady, and it works. Pescabird doing the same to Weep. Well, we're both struggling with the exit line. In fact, Super Boss is going to drop a position to Weep. Shady with some good speed on the outside. It's not quite enough, but Cheese is going to hold Moo up, and that's going to allow Shady to come through and take two positions there. Shady just climbing through the positions here. Demon running slow through the water. Iceman and Pescabird are going to come past. Oh, and Snorker gets pushed off the ladder there. Were and B working together. Try and make up some points for the team, and Iceman is stationary in the pinball area. Okay. Now we saw that one. We saw that one. That was quite impressive. Demon stuck as well. I think someone's definitely going to clip that. Snorker leaping from one of the bumpers over the wall and is stationary. And that is Demon, Iceman, and Snorker all stationary. So F's in the chat for the three of them. Drama on the second lap of the race. I'm sure that's good news for everyone else that was trailing behind, as that is extra points. And points are crucial. Moo running very slow there. That's going to be very costly. We're alongside Pescabird. If we head up to the front, Fluids has lost that massive lead and is now down in fourth. Azure leading, Eggbot second, Cheese in third. Bad exit by Cheese. Fluids has a good line, but not a great exit. Not a lot of speed there to benefit from it. Trying to close in on Cheese, coming up to the hairpin. Going to use the outside wall. And there's a good exit line, makes it past Cheese, and with that speed also makes it past Eggbot. Azure taking a fastest lap in first. And Fluids moves up to second as we go into the final lap of the race. Eggbot in third, Cheese in fourth. Jimmy passing Superboss to take fifth. And Boer has made quite a few positions, moving up to 10th. Climbing the ranks indeed. So out onto the main road. As now trying to do what Fluids was doing last lap, breaking away from everyone. Everyone's starting to spread out a little bit. As we head to the corner. Bit of a calm run up here. Boer's got a good line. Going to get past Shady, get past Alfonso. Alfonso will take that position back. Moo gets the inside around Shady. Boer battling out with Alfonso here. He's just going to sit behind right now. Wait for the opportunity, but the ladder is coming up. See what happens. And Boer nails it, getting in front of Alfonso. Big move by Boer. And up at the front, Azure still with a good lead. Looks like Eggbot is gaining on Fluids, closing that gap. better exit speed, but we'll be going to the outside. Almost pays off, but bad exit speed on the second corner means Fluids will be just in front. Eggbot carrying more speed through the next set of corners. It's neck and neck, dropping into the water. Now let's see what's going on with Azur in the pinball section. Needs a good line here. This could cost a lot of time. The bounces aren't looking good. Eggbot flies through, showing how it's done. Fluids is going to make it through easily as well. Jimmy is stationary. Might get set free. Will get set free by Azur. And Azur losing a lot of time here. This is not looking good for Azur. Superboss is through. Jimmy and Cheese are through. Azur finally making it through, but dropping from 1st to 6th. Shady and Alfonso coming through the green slushies. All in a row now. Also blocking Boer. Boer gets on alongside Alfonso and Weep. And it's just Snorker and Demon still stuck as Iceman has been freed. Now up at the front, Eggbot and Floozy may have a battle to the finish here for first. And then there's a bit of a gap back to Superboss in third. Where we could have a battle on our hands here. Oh, but Floozy is running slow. Which gives Eggbot a chance to break away and take this win in the final section. Floods running very slow. Superboss manages to make it around. Jimmy gives Floods a nudge. And they'll be side by side, fighting it out for third. Boy's going to be side by side with Shady. We're going to have quite the race coming through this final section. Floods cuts in front of Jimmy and Azur pushing Azur backwards. Cheese with a bad hit off the wall. Jimmy gets back in front of Floods. And Boer has 3 green slushies to try and get past. Floods gets nudged backwards by Jimmy. Jimmy using that momentum to close the gap on Superboss. But we see Eggbot just breezing away, coming down the final straight. A little bit slow, but easy does it. Got lots of time. Hits the slope, and Eggbot takes the win at USA. That looks like it's going to be Superboss in second. Floods with more speed than Jimmy's going to come past Jimmy. Not enough to catch up with Superboss. It'll be Superboss second. Floods third. Jimmy fourth. Azur fifth. Cheese actually sixth. Shady seventh. Alfonso eighth. So Cheese ended up in the middle of the green slushies there. Boy in 9th. Moo 10th. Weep 11th. Pescubird 12th. B 13th. Iceman 14th, Demon will be 15th, and Snorker 16th. So let's go to our winning cam. Eggbot takes the win. Congratulations to Eggbot, everyone's favourite racer here, taking the win. Everyone's favourite bot right there. And we'll wait for the DNFs to get confirmed. Let the 60 seconds count down. Try and speed things up as much as I can. Eggbot is an ally to all. 0 enemies. And there we go. 3 DNFs. Let's head over to the predictions. And no one getting that one right. A shock prediction. And I see the hydrate as well. Right, so good race. Nice bit of drama and close down to the end there. But now I'm going to go and put these results over on the leaderboard, and I'll be back in just a minute with the updated standings. Alright, the results have been entered, so let's head over to the standings. That's no worries, Iceman. Yeah, we're nearly there, nearly at the finale. We'll see you there. But following this race, Shady is now in the #1 spot. Moo in second. Shady has 311 points, by the way. Nearly didn't mention that. Moo is in second with 305. Bwer is 1 point behind in third with 304. Superboss 1 point behind Bwer with 303. So it's very close here in the top 4. Then Cheese in 5th with 275. Jimmy in 6th with 273. Peskybird in 7th with 272. Eggbot in 8th with 270. Azur in 9th with 267. And Iceman in 10th with 254. And then we have Alfonso, Demon, Snorker, Weep, Fludes, and B. Over on the team standings, Tutti Frutti now leading with 281, Green Slushies in second with 274, Dogeballs in third with 272, Eternal Darkness in fourth with 271, tied with the Ultraviolets. And then the Grandmasters, Icebreakers, Snowballs, Marble Minions, and Balls of Steel. Yeah, that looks like it very well could happen. Balls of Steel having a rough season overall. But Shady now in the top spot. It's very close. It's very, very close. In fact, the top 10, everyone's still fairly close together, but the top 4 and then the top 10, all very, very close together. There's no clear winner. There's no clear top 3 here. I think this is going to be a battle all the way down to the final race. But what a race. And of course we have another one coming up, so don't go anywhere if you're watching live on Twitch. But for those watching the video on YouTube, that is where this one comes to an end. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.